So today's been the second day that I had an actual proper breakfast. And I gotta say that I still can't believe that I'm intentionally having breakfast for the first time in probably 10 years. Hi and welcome back to another vlog where I share my pretty ordinary life as a child-free woman living in Berlin, Germany with my husband and our 2 fluffy cats. This week is the 3rd week of my reset month, and despite the fact that I've apparently annoyingly gained some weight, I continue experimenting with weight training and eating breakfast. I also take you on a short walk around the city, share some cat play, and talk some more about friendships in big cities. So if that's something you're interested in, welcome or welcome back, and I hope you enjoy watching. For the longest time I thought that if I were to have breakfast, then there's no way I would get through the day without overeating later in the day. Because for me, it's always been easy or easiest to skip breakfast and then just have my calories later in the day, like usually eating from 12 to around 8 p.m. But for some reason, and I guess it's quite likely hormone related, I've been struggling to not eat in the morning for the last few months. And I started feeling shaky and just a little bit off. And also my latest blood test sometime last summer actually showed a teeny tiny bit of an elevated fasted blood sugar. And after all of my research, I found out that that's actually quite common in perimenopausal or menopausal women, that they do start to struggle with a little bit of insulin resistance, which is then one of the reasons why we are gaining weight, especially around the middle. And I don't know all the ins and outs of how that's working and related. But anyway, after noticing this about myself and hearing about the insulin resistance in older women, and then also listening a ton to Stacy Sims, who's an exercise physiologist, nutrition scientist, author, women's health and fitness advocate, just FYI, I've decided to start experimenting with having actual breakfast. And so far I've actually really been enjoying having breakfast. And again, it's only the 2nd day, but yesterday went really well in terms of energy levels, hunger levels. I feel like having breakfast allowed me to then have a smaller lunch and then have a smaller everything throughout the day, versus having this massive lunch, then falling into food coma, having to take a longer nap, which is what I've been doing for years and years. And then also later in the evening, I wasn't as hungry as I usually am. And after everything I've learned and after yesterday, I'm quite excited to give this a proper try. I will definitely continue for a few weeks, I think. And now it's 12:15 and I'm gonna make myself some lunch. It's Wednesday night, I'm done with work. I have the washing machine running in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. I need to eat a little something, and I want to make my homemade shea butter mousse. And I'm going to actually pick up my husband from the gym, and then we're gonna walk home from his gym. I've never been to his gym. I don't know what it looks like. It's also like a 45-minute walk home, so I think it's kind of perfect for a nice evening walk. But anyway, it's the 3rd time that I'm making this shea butter whipped body lotion, and I feel like it's never turned out the way that it's shown on like Instagram or YouTube, where it's like really fluffy and creamy, but I did still like it a lot. And I actually just finished using my previous batch, so I'm really excited to make another batch. And I mostly use this on my face every single morning and night, and I also use it on my body, and especially on my upper arms, since I do have keratosis pilaris, or like chicken skin, and I feel like it has been helping a lot. And a few vlogs ago I shared that I did buy some random body lotion, and I feel like that didn't do anything for my skin at all. So I feel like I'm going back to basics when it comes to skincare, especially for my body. Anyway, I need to get started making this, and I need to do the laundry, get this done, eat something, and then leave the house. That's the shea butter I'm buying. It has this yellow kind of color and a really soft texture, and it's got like a nut-like smell. God, I love this. I feel like I want to eat this actually. I do have these tinted glasses, which I have been using for the last batch, and then I just put them in the dishwasher. I'm actually gonna make 2, because it's also a really nice gift actually. So I'm just gonna put in a little bit of water, and then I'm gonna put this on very low heat, because the goal is to melt the shea butter but not destroy any of the nutrients and like ingredients in there. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna hang up some laundry. I'm not the best at multitasking, and this is kind of overwhelming. What's up? What's up? Meow? Meow? The shea butter is almost melted, and I just turned off the heat because I think it's enough. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge for like 10 minutes and then put in the other oils and then put it in the fridge. And then once I return, I'm going to do the last step. For dinner, I decided to have something a little bit less healthy today. This is probably not what a well-balanced meal looks like, but hey. And I'll also quickly add my calories. They really don't help with productivity, but they're so sweet. So this is what the oil looks like right now. So now I'm quickly going to add the other oils, put this back in the fridge, and then I'm good to go. Vitamin E oil, jojoba oil, rosehip oil, and castor oil. That's what it looks like. Just gonna mix it up a little bit, and then I'm gonna put this in the fridge now. And when I return in like an hour and a half, I will start blending it and put it into my little glasses. And now I really need to leave. I just got done with a very long day at work with a lot of meetings, and I'm really exhausted. And I did go on a quick walk with a friend afterwards, and he told me that they're actually planning on leaving Berlin within the next 2 to 3 years. And this message just kind of hit me out of nowhere, and I feel like it's such a common theme in Berlin or any other big city really, that people are here for a few years and then eventually they leave. And we are some of the very few people that are actually planning on staying here long term. And I just get so sad when someone that I really like and that who has become a friend over the last few years tells me that they are leaving the city. And I feel like it's similar to people telling me that they're having kids, because again, then the relationship usually changes as well. But yeah, I don't know. It is sometimes difficult to make and maintain friendships in the city. And I feel like generally I've been lucky. I do feel like I do have a very nice group of close friends that will remain my friends over the next few years and that are also planning on staying in Berlin. But yeah, I don't know. It just always reminds me how fleeting friendships can be, and that makes me kind of sad. But anyway, we're going for dinner with our neighbors who also own an apartment like down the street. So I feel like it's kind of nice to know that there are some people who will be here for longer. Good morning. I'm on my way to the gym. I'm actually running quite late. It's 8:45. We also had dinner at this new ramen place last night, and while it was really tasty, it was also like soaked in fat and oil and super salty. So I'm feeling really puffy and just not my best this morning. So I think I'll make a green juice once I return from the gym. And then also have a little bit of a healthier day of eating today. Okay, so I have pretty much exactly 15 minutes until I need to leave the house, and once again I'm running late. It's Saturday, it's a beautiful day. I think you saw me going to the gym earlier today, and I just took a long bath, probably the last for this spring summer season, because that's something that I usually do in winter but not in summer. And I'm in a really good mood. I was really excited about the fact that I went and did a strength training again this morning. And yeah, I just feel really, really good in my body right now. And then I was looking for something to wear for today because yeah, I'm always lost what to wear when spring is coming or summer is coming. Anyway, I realized that the pants that I wanted to wear don't fit me anymore, and now I'm annoyed. Yeah, dang it. I still feel good. I still am happy about the fact that I started weight training again. But then again, exercise has never been my issue at all. But my issue has always been diet, and I think the more I feel like something is working for me, like in terms of exercise, the more I tend to eat and not really closely watch what I eat. But anyway, I'm meeting a friend for a long walk and then probably early dinner. I'm really looking forward. I haven't met up with her in a while. It's actually one of the friends that I met on Bumble. See you later. I got home from the day with my friend around half an hour ago. I already had dinner and it's been a really nice day out. I think we spent like 3 or 4 hours walking around. We got like 20,000 steps in, which is quite something. So it's been a good day in terms of like fitness, I guess. Yeah, just talked about all things life. I actually ended up asking her, like I do with so many people, about her skincare because yeah, I'm curious and I'm still like researching and kind of trying to get other people's opinions. And she has actually been using retinol for like a year and a half, I think she said. And she's actually the second friend telling me that they're using retinol and no sunscreen. And here I am stressing about the kind of finding the right sunscreen and the fact that I need to use sunscreen, and I will. For me, that's something that you should probably be doing when you're using retinol. I don't know. But yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, with that, I'm going to change into my comfy clothes, wash my face, and then it's gonna be a cozy night on the couch, and I'm really looking forward. It's Sunday, and I was actually not planning on filming today, but I was thinking some more about the fact that I've gained weight and that I've considered quitting my breakfast experiment. And I think it's partly due to the fact that I did not have breakfast today and I was feeling shaky, I was feeling groggy, I was feeling low energy pretty much all day. And I guess I may actually have a little bit of insulin sensitivity. That's really hard to say. Insulin sensitivity. But yeah, it made me go back to the fact that I was feeling really good, really energized, really focused this past week when I was having breakfast. And it could obviously be due to a lot of other factors, but it made me think that I should probably not stop my experiment this soon. And then also the friend that I met up with yesterday, she's actually pretty slim, and I ended up asking her like, what's your like diet sort of routine? And especially since I know that she doesn't really have a late night dinner, because we have been working out together a few times over the last few months, and she never has dinner after our workouts, while I would have dinner at like 9 p.m. And apparently she does have a proper breakfast, then a little bit less for lunch, and then a smallish dinner. And obviously her being slim and having breakfast doesn't replace any sort of study. I just find it interesting to see what other slim people are eating and what they are doing in terms of lifestyle in general. So yeah, I guess the plan is to experiment a little bit longer, see how I can make this work and if I can make this work. And with that, I'm ending this vlog, and I guess I'll see you soon. Bye!